Hello, and welcome to Building Los Angeles. Can you see 100 years into the future? I know that I can't. Today, I'm at the corner of Wilshire and La Brea. Now, in Los Angeles, this is a very well-known place. But on today's episode, we're going to talk about a visionary who saw this place as what it is today, 100 years before its time. This is the story of Miracle Mile.
Long before Johnny's, way before corporate coffee, much earlier than Einstein, far before contemporary art, garish facades, spaceships, the Tourist Pits Museum, and this colossus were barley fields. In 1921, A.W. Ross paid $54,000 for 18 acres of less than desired land. It was full of dirt roads, barley, and oil fields. Not only was the land full of oil and barley fields, Charlie Chaplin's brother, Sid Chaplin, and legendary film director Cecil B. DeMille had airfields on this land, commercial and entertainment. Ross had a vision that no one else supported, whether it was wealthy investors or friends of his. They couldn't imagine a commercial district outside of the established downtown center.
One of the main reasons developers didn't want to become part of Ross's Miracle Mile was all of the oil and derricks and 4,400 acres at Rancho Park La Brea. They didn't think people were going to be into that. Now, the irony is today, it's a giant tourist attraction for people all over the country, and the only derricks that you see are the large construction derricks developing bigger buildings.
For Ross, it was the emergence of a particular technology gaining speed in the working class. What was it? Well, it was the automobile, of course. Ross knew that automobiles would make it easier for citizens to travel greater distances to shop, and he believed it full throttle.
In 2004, when I moved to Los Angeles, I opened up my very first adult bank account in the Ralph's behind me on Miracle Mile. And the buddy who helped me move from my hometown, well, I took him to this IHOP right over here. And we thought it was like the best pancakes we've ever had in our life. I don't know if I was just excited about moving to a big city, or maybe they are just the best pancakes you'll ever have. One of my favorite places to go in Miracle Mile was the Calendars right behind me. It was associated with Marie Callender's, but in Miracle Mile, they zhuzhed it up a bit and just called it Calendars. One of the things besides the chicken pot pie that I really loved there were the murals of Los Angeles. These beautiful murals. They're gone.
In 1924, the first two small stores opened on La Brea and Wilshire. Where does the name Miracle Mile come from? In 1928, a friend of Ross told him that he spoke so highly of his vision that, quote, one would think this is really a miracle mile. Well, the name rang true to Ross, and that's what he began calling it.
When developers did start to follow Ross and purchase land on Wilshire for their businesses, they were smart, and they also purchased the land behind the businesses for something very important: ample parking. And this is one of the main things that fostered the success of Miracle Mile. Parking, parking, parking.
Then, in 1929, one of the most popular department stores in Los Angeles opened inside the Wilshire Tower. This place was called Desmond's. Silverwoods followed in 1929, and what set the new standard was when the beloved Coulter's closed its downtown location in 1938 and opened at Hauser and Wilshire.
In 1940, May Company established as a flagship store on Wilshire and Fairfax. Miracle Mile had arrived. No longer was downtown the centralized hub of commerce. It had been decentralized. And the thing that did that, ironically today, there is a museum of it behind me, and that is the Petersen Automotive Museum, celebrating the very thing that made this all possible, the innovation of the automobile.
In 1988, the film Miracle Mile depicts a love letter to the 1 mile stretch in the most beautifully composed way. In 2016, Johnny's became the Los Angeles headquarters for Bernie Sanders, and that just makes me believe in miracles even more.
I hope you learned something on this episode. I know I did. I'm off to get a pint at my namesake's pub, Molly Malone's. Until next time, be well and take care.